Niagara Falls facts and information. Before you visit Niagara Falls, learn some Niagara Falls facts that are interesting, quirky, and informative. Niagara Falls has a fascinating history and heritage that will enthrall visitors. Niagara Falls is a spectacular waterfall located on the Niagara River. The Niagara River flows north from Lake Erie to Lake Ontario. Niagara Falls is located on the U.S.-Canadian border between the Canadian province of Ontario and the U.S. state of New York. Visitors can see it from USA and Canada from the cities of Niagara Falls located on either side of the border. Tourists have to visit the namesake cities, Niagara Falls, Ontario or Niagara Falls, New York to view Niagara Falls, the waterfall. These towns offer many attractions to keep visitors engaged and stay longer. Casinos, theaters, water parks, shopping, and boat rides are just some of the tourist attractions in Niagara Falls. The neighboring wine regions on either side of the border are also huge attractions. Niagara Falls is actually a collection of 3 waterfalls: American Falls, Bridal Veil Falls, and Horseshoe Falls. Entry to Niagara Falls State Park on the U.S. side from where Niagara Falls can be viewed is free. On the Canadian side, it can be viewed for free from various vantage points along Niagara Parkway. Even on the coldest day of winter, visitors can view Niagara Falls. At an estimated age of Niagara Falls is 12,000 years, Niagara Falls is young as far as waterfalls go. Until the construction of the first bridge across the lower Niagara River, the only means of transportation between the two shores of Niagara River was by boat. Before 1846, rowboats ferried passengers across the Niagara River. In 1846, a steamboat called Maid of the Mist made its maiden voyage across the Niagara River below Niagara Falls. There is a boat ride similar to the Maid of the Mist on the Canadian side called Hornblower, Voyage to the Falls Boat. Niagara Falls is a great source of hydroelectric power. The Niagara power generating stations produce 1/4 of the power required for Ontario and New York State. Water flow to Niagara Falls is controlled by water diversion to the hydroelectric power plants. About 12,000 years ago, Niagara Falls was located between present-day Queenston, Ontario, and Lewiston, New York. Niagara Falls has moved back 7 miles, roughly 11 kilometers, over 12,000 years, making it one of the fastest-moving waterfalls in the world. People from all walks of life were fascinated by the sheer power and volume of water flowing over Niagara Falls. The first person to go over Niagara Falls was a woman, Annie Edson Taylor, an American teacher. She survived a fall over the falls in a wooden barrel on October 24, 1901. On the U.S. side, Niagara Falls is located in Niagara Falls State Park, the oldest state park in USA. The park was created in 1885 to preserve the natural surroundings of Niagara Falls. It gives people a chance to enjoy the beauty of the region. Niagara Falls State Park is the only place on the U.S. side from where Niagara Falls can be viewed. What makes Niagara Falls unique is the amount of water that flows over the falls per minute. About 150,000 U.S. gallons of water flow per second over American and Bridal Veil Falls. The largest volume of water flows over Horseshoe Falls, about 600,000 U.S. gallons per second. Niagara Falls appears frozen sometimes with ice and snow formation, but there is always some water flowing beneath the ice that is not visible. Many battles during the historic War of 1812 were fought in or near Niagara Falls. Some of these battlegrounds have been preserved as heritage sites. There are other historical buildings and sites that must be visited if you have time. Niagara River is a strait as it flows between Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. Niagara Falls has a lot to offer visitors, whether you visit the American side or the Canadian side. A visit to Niagara Falls, Canada is a must if you are a history buff and love visiting historic and heritage sites. Visit us today to book Toronto to Niagara Falls tour and enjoy all that Niagara has to offer. www.toniagara.com. Niagara Falls Sightseeing Tours Canada.